Welcome. Thank you for joining me here. I hope that you're ready to just get started in this practice. So just inviting you to start on a chair in a comfortable position. And so again, just taking a moment to arrive here in our practice. Feeling your feet on the ground. You may want to sit towards the front of your chair if you need to in order to rest comfortably on the ground, with your feet comfortably on the ground. Or you could sit back on your chair, just however it feels in your body. So you may have softened your gaze, or your eyes can be closed now. And again, noticing those surfaces beneath you. Starting from there, feel that support underneath the feet, under the sit bones. And just gradually working your way through your body, starting from the soles of your feet. Just checking in, just noticing what it feels like to be in your body in this moment. And again, this is just a noticing. There's no judgment, just awareness. You might notice there are some parts of the body that might need a little bit more care or nurturing. Just keep note of that. Recognize and acknowledge how it feels. And then continue to work your way up your body. And once you reach the crown of your head, just take note of your breath. Observe your breath in your body. And so you're not changing it in any way, you're just noticing. And start to draw out your exhales now. So on your inhale, maybe count to 3 or 4. And as you exhale, draw out your breath, counting to 6 or 8. Two more breaths. And just come back to a natural rhythm now. Once more, starting from the soles of your feet, just gently work your way up your body, noticing how it feels now. Again, you're just bringing awareness to your body, and maybe as you go through this practice, maybe you notice a difference, or maybe you still feel the same. Again, there's no right or wrong, just gentle awareness. So now, as you finish, take a moment to make an intention for your practice. Our theme as we continue together is going to be gentle awareness. And so as we started, we're just aware of how we feel in our body or what we notice in our body. And I just invite you to continue to just be aware of how your body moves or what you're noticing in your body as your body moves. Again, it's a noticing without judgment. And so you might even notice in your mind as you're paying attention to your body that a judgment might come to mind. These thoughts come to mind. So also being aware of our thoughts. And when I say gentle awareness, and bring a gentleness to this awareness. So if you are aware of a thought, and maybe it's a thought that maybe is a critical thought, just again practice this non-judgment and have a gentleness to your practice and a gentleness to your awareness. All right, so as we continue here, just a few moments or minutes rather of warming up on our seat, then we'll continue to our standing practice. So let's just go ahead and first bring some movement to the body. We've been seated here, so let's just step the feet slightly wider than hip width apart, or maybe as wide as your chairs, and you're resting your hands on your thighs at a comfortable place. Let's go ahead and just start to rotate the torso. So inhaling as you come forward and across, and exhaling as you exhale, or rounding back as you exhale. So go ahead and just circle the body. Again, just feeling those surfaces beneath you, your feet on the ground, and your sit bones on your chair, and just notice here the movement of your body. So awareness here of your body moving through space. And then come upright, back to your seated Tadasana. Find stillness. And when you're ready, rotate in the opposite direction. And once again, come back to your seated Tadasana, finding stillness again, noticing your posture, shoulders back, alignment with the hips, length through the spine, through the back of the neck, so tuck your chin slightly under. Arms at your sides here. And let's bring some movement to the arms now. On your inhale, let's inhale, raising the arms up towards the sky. Maybe they reach overhead. And as you exhale, turn your palms down towards the ground now and float your arms down. Let's just do that 2 more times. Inhaling. And exhaling. Awareness of the lengthening through the side body as the arms reach up, out and up. And exhale. All right, so let's one more time inhale the arms up. And then let's gradually come down. As you exhale, exhale to a Y shape. And as you inhale, reach the hands towards the back of your space. Feel the openness in the chest. And inhale, come back forward. Lower the arms now to shoulder height. Inhale, bringing the arms to the back of the room. And inhale, come back. And then bring your arms now down to this lower V shape or maybe an A shape. Inhale, pressing the hands to the back of the room. And exhale, come forward. Release the arms. So there are 3 positions there as we travel down. We inhale the arms up overhead, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale to this Y position. Inhale the arms back. Feel the opening in the chest. Exhale, come forward. Arms about shoulder height. Inhale, opening up the front of the body. Exhale, coming back to neutral. Lowering the arms once again. Inhale, arms back, and exhale, come forward. And release the arms. We'll do that 1 more time. So you'll feel that openness in the front side of the body. You'll feel a little bit of extension in the spine as the arms travel back to the back of the room behind us. So on your inhale, inhale the arms up. Exhale to our Y shape. Inhale, pressing the hands back. Exhale. Lowering the arms about shoulder height. Inhale and exhale. And finally, lowering once more. Inhale and exhale. Release the arms. Come back to stillness here. Just feel the echo of that vinyasa or that movement with your breath in your body. So you might feel a little bit of an openness in the chest, maybe feeling a little bit of that movement from your spine. Let's take the hands now to the knees. All right, so I'm going to just orient my body sideways here so you can see the movement of my spine. So this is something that we've done before. This is our cat and our cow pose. So you start with the hands extended in front of you. Inhale now. Inhale, slide your hands towards you. Raise your chin up towards the sky, shoulders back. So that openness in the chest again. You'll feel that in your spine again, this extension. As you exhale, slide your hands away from you. Tuck your chin under. This is your cat pose. So you're rounding the back. This is flexion. Inhaling and exhaling. So move at your pace. Another movement of the spine here as it comes into flexion. More extension for the spine as you come into your cow pose. All right, so just a few more times with your breath, warming up the spine. And after your next exhale, just inhale, come back to your Tadasana. So just resting the arms here at your sides, maybe resting them on your thighs. We're going to come into a spinal twist now. Okay, so if you haven't, if you're not turned sideways, maybe try turning sideways here on your chair. So we're going to use the chair as part of our spinal twist, okay? So you're turned towards the side of your chair. So inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, turn your gaze towards the back of the chair and take your hands and just hold on to the back of the chair here and notice this rotation in the spine. So as you hold this pose, inhale, lengthening through the spine. And as you exhale, see if you could maybe look over your shoulder as you turn your head. If that's not available for your neck, go ahead, just keep your gaze neutral and just feel that rotation in the spine. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhale, rotating. One more breath. And when you're ready, you can unwind, come back to neutral. And now let's travel to the other side of the chair. So you're gonna go ahead and come into that spinal twist at the other side of your chair. So you could just rotate on the seat of your chair or stand up and just take a seat again on the opposite side. So this is, once again, a rotation for the spine. Inhaling, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, rotate. And again, you can hold on to the back of the chair. Maybe you turn your head to look over the shoulder. If that, again, is not available, just keep the head neutral. Just inhaling, lengthening, and exhale, rotating. And one last breath. And then unwinding. And coming back to the front of the chair. Just feeling the echo of that pose in your body. All right, so let's go ahead and come to standing. So come to stand at the back of your chair. And go ahead and just plant your feet on the ground. So your feet are about hip width. Feet are on the ground. Weight even on both legs. And just start to rock forwards and back. So maybe here we're just activating the muscles in the back of the feet. So you're rocking forward and back. Keep your eye fixed on a point in front of you. Helps with your balance. You always can hold on to the back of your chair. And maybe even start to come up on your tippy toes. So come up on the toes, back on the heels. Again, use your chair as needed. All right, and then the next time your heels are on the ground, plant your feet on the ground. And let's just have a side-to-side movement now. So again, you're keeping the soles of the feet on the ground mostly, and you're just moving now side to side. Just, again, these other muscles on the bottom of our feet. All right, come back to stillness, and then start to just make a little circle. We did hip rotations earlier. We did a circle on our chair. So we're just circling here on our feet. Just imagining you're making a circle with your feet in one direction. And then come back to stillness. And then circle in the opposite direction. Once Once again, come back to stillness. And here, let's go, raise the toes up off the ground. And can you splay your toes? Spread them out and then plant them on the ground. All right, so imagine here you're planting 4 corners of your feet on the ground. So weight even on both legs still, length through the spine, shoulders back. Just notice your posture. All right, so once again, find a point in front of you, fix your gaze on that point. That's going to be your anchor, helps with your balance. Let's start to rotate the hips, just like we did in our seated practice. So rotate your hips in one direction and just have that gentle awareness of your body moving in space. As you rotate the hips in one direction. Again, you can hold on to the chair as needed or have your arms out to the sides for balance. Keep your eye gaze active. And then come back to stillness. Weight even on both legs. And then start to circle in the opposite direction. Again, keeping your eye fixed on a point in front of you. This awareness of your body moving in space. You might notice here the transfer of weight from one leg to the other as the hips rotate. Okay, when you're ready, come back to stillness. All right, so now we're gonna, I'm gonna step behind the chair. Maybe you're already behind your chair. I'm gonna step here. We're gonna start to move, stepping from side to side. And again, I'm gonna just have my chair in front of me as needed for balance. So I'm gonna start by stepping to the right, and then back to center, and then to the left, and back to center. Again, awareness of how my body is moving in space, and this transfer of weight from one leg to the other as I step from side to side. And so you could stay here, hands on the chair, and just the legs stepping out, alternating one side to the other. If it's available to you, you can start to bring your arms into this practice. When you step out to the right, you can lift up the left arm. Come back to center, step to the left, lift up the right arm, and back to center. So you can continue here with this contralateral movement. Again, moving at your own pace. Or you could just step with the feet, with the hands on the chair. So your practice, you decide. Just remember, if you're using your arms, you want to lift the opposite arm. When we do that, we're working both hemispheres of our brain. And one more time on each side. And then stepping back to your Tadasana. Maybe the arms come to your sides now. Notice your posture. Notice the weight even on both legs. Just finding stillness here. Awareness once again of just what it feels like to be in our body. Okay, so now we're going to move into another vinyasa. So this is going to be a variation of what is called the sun salutations. So that's a sequence or another vinyasa where we move into, we come into a forward fold, and then we do lunges, a little bit of a back extension also. So let's see how this will, let's see how I can move the chair so you can see. I'm going to turn profile just so you can see what this looks like. So I'm going to stand behind my chair again, standing in my Tadasana, weight even on both sides. And on an inhale, I'm going to inhale, raise my arms up. As I exhale, I'm going to exhale, hinge at my hips, come into a forward fold. I'm going to place my hands on the back of the chair. So forward fold. Inhaling, coming back up. And then I'm going to come into a lunge. So I'm going to step my right leg back, bend my left knee. This is a lunge here. You feel that stretch in the front of the right thigh. And then straighten my leg, left leg, and step my right leg forward. And then I'm going to step the left leg back and bend the right knee. Lunge here. Straightening my right leg and stepping forward with the left. Inhale the arms up, and then I'm going to take the arms back. So I'm going to feel an arch in my spine, extension. Exhale, release the arms. And come back to my Tadasana. All right, so we're going to come through this sequence again. This is our sun salutation. So on our inhale, we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step back. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, step the left leg back. Bend your right knee, lunge. Inhale, and then exhale, step forward. Inhale the arms up, coming into your extension of the spine. And exhale, come back to your Tadasana. All right, so let's try that again. All right, when you're ready, from your Tadasana, inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, step your right leg back. Exhale. Bending your left knee, come into your lunge. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, step back your left leg, bend your right knee. Inhale, step forward. Both feet underneath you. Inhale the arms up. Extension of the spine. Exhale, Tadasana. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, step back. Right leg, bend the left knee. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, step back. Bend the right knee. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, arms up overhead, extension of the spine. Exhale, Tadasana. One last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Inhale, step right leg back, bend your left knee, lunge. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, step back, left leg. Right knee bends. On an exhale, step forward, both feet underneath you. Inhale, arms up. Your gaze can look up or you can stay neutral. Exhale, arms at your sides. All right, so coming back to stillness. You're still behind your chair. Weight even on both legs. So now we're going to come into another pose. This is going to be a standing version of our down dog, okay? So again, you're going to use your chair. There are a couple of ways that you can come into this pose. You can stand behind your chair, maybe you're already there, and place your hands on the back of your chair. Now start to walk your feet behind, away from you as the arms extend. So your feet are underneath you, underneath the hips, the arms are extended. So you're lengthening here through the spine. You might feel a stretch through the back of the legs. This is one version of your down dog. So your hands here on the back of the chair. Another version of down dog is also using your chair. This time we're using your seat of your chair. So you would just stand off to the side of your chair or in front of it, but I'm standing here just so profile you can see. I'm going to place my hands on the seat of the chair. Notice here I'm hinging from my hips. Again, I walk the feet away from the chair, arms extended, and again the feet are under, and the heels are underneath the hips, length through the spine, your head's between the upper arms. Again, this is another version of down dog. So this is a resting pose, another resting pose, one like our Tadasana. So you can hold this pose. It's also an inversion, so you can feel maybe the blood coming to the brain, nourishing the brain. All right, and when you're ready, go ahead and walk your feet towards the chair. Inhale, and coming back upright. So you'll just come back upright, find your Tadasana. Again, weight even on both legs. Arms at your side, shoulders back. Notice your posture. And again, as I was mentioning, it's an inversion, so the blood was coming down to the brain. So go ahead here as you are in this upright position, your Tadasana. Just allow the blood to return back down to the heart. So the body is a little bit warmed up now. I'm just having this awareness of what it feels like in the body. We're going to come into another vinyasa here. This is, if you have a mat, you could, for this standing practice, roll out your mat behind your chair. So a sticky mat is helpful, just depending on what your surface is. A sticky mat can be helpful for just these standing poses, just so your feet don't slip. So again, if you have a mat, you can use it. Sometimes it's just not necessary, just depending on what your surface is. So just making sure that you're safe in your practice. All right, so I've just put the mat out now. I'm standing behind my chair. We're going to, again, do another movement here. So another movement with our breath. It's going to be a standing wide-legged squat movement, okay? So you're standing first behind your chair. Let's go ahead, again, step to the right. And then when we step to the right, our toes are out, the heels are in. We're going to bend our knees. So hands could just rest on the thighs. This is a squat. You're going to work these thigh muscles. Inhale as you come up. And then you could step your foot, right foot back to the center. And now step the left foot out to the side. Your hands can also stay on your chair. Exhale as you bend the knees. Inhale as you come upright, stepping the feet together. All right, so that's the movement here from side to side. So we're going to step alternate sides, one and then the other. And again, your choice is to either keep one or both hands on your chair. So you move again at your own pace, mindful of your your feet as you step from side to side, keeping the toes out, the heels in. Just having awareness of your body as it moves. And then maybe even awareness as you come in and out of your squat here, the muscles that are engaged, how that feels in your body. Another variation is when you step out to the side, you can also raise your arms up if you feel that's available to you. When you bend your knees, you could bend your elbows. Inhaling as you straighten the legs, arms come up, and then as you exhale, you can take your feet together, arms at your sides. Stepping to the opposite side, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Inhale, and then exhale, step together. So again, move at your own pace. And again, this is just a variation, one of the 3 arm variations that you can do in this vinyasa. The other one is just have the hands on your thighs. And the other one, again, is just to have the hands on the back of the chair, one or both hands. All right, one more time on each side. So this is our movement here, our dynamic movement. When you're finished with your second vinyasa or movement, you can come back to stillness as we transition to hold this pose now. So when you're ready, you're going to step out to the right. And we're going to hold the pose now. So you're going to just rest your hands in whatever configuration feels best for you. Maybe they're just resting on your thighs. Maybe one is resting on the thigh and one is on your chair. Or maybe both arms are up in what is called these cactus arms. All right, so just awareness of what it feels like as you hold this pose. Remember your breath. One last breath as best you can. On an inhale, inhale, straighten the legs, maybe the arms come up overhead if you're in cactus arms. And then when you're ready, step your feet together and release the arms. Arms at your sides or arms resting on your chair. Come back to our Tadasana pose and just notice here what it feels like to come out of that pose. All right, so one more down dog, your variation. So you choose the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. One last breath. And walking your feet back towards the chair and coming upright. Come back to your Tadasana. Just noticing your body. All right, so let's go ahead, come back to our seat. Let's come to our final pose. This is our seated Shavasana. And so you may want to go ahead and rest your body on the back of the chair. Place your hands in a comfortable position on your legs or your thighs, maybe palms up or palms down. Just again, whatever feels best for you. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Again, having this just awareness of what it feels like as we settle into this pose. And just let our body process our practice. And gently bringing awareness back to your body. You can move the toes, move the fingers, and gently move the head from side to side. And as you're ready, you could gently, if they aren't already, flutter the eyes open. Again, just having awareness of what it feels like now that we've come to the end of our practice, and how the body feels. And I want to thank you for joining me, or allowing me to join you in your practice. And I invite you, as you take your practice off your chair and through the rest of your day and week, just to have gentle awareness of your movements as you go through your day, not only the movements in your body, but also the movements of your mind, and just have a gentleness towards yourself. Just a gentle awareness and accepting of how you are showing up in that moment. Knowing that there's a part of you that is unchanging, your ground of being, that you are created in love, for love, and to be loved. You are beloved. And finding peace, joy, and comfort in that truth. Thank you for your practice, and I wish you well.